Let's talk about a type of pain that affects nearly 1 in 10 people on the entire planet. A pain that does more than just hurt. It can take away the simple things, like your mobility, your independence, your quality of life. We're talking about chronic knee pain, and really, it's a global health crisis that's been unfolding in slow motion. But what if the next big breakthrough wasn't some new drug or a new kind of surgery, but a new kind of intelligence? 600 million. Just let that number sink in for a moment. That's more than the entire population of North America. It's a number so huge, it's almost impossible to really get your head around. And that is how many people are living with knee osteoarthritis right now. But look, this isn't just some abstract statistic. We're talking about the inability to climb a flight of stairs, or play with your grandkids, or even just go for a walk. For millions, it's this daily, grinding reality. So that's the big question, isn't it? With a problem this massive, can something like AI even begin to make a dent? Well, a new research paper suggests a pretty radical new approach, and it's not about replacing doctors, but empowering them with a seriously powerful AI co-pilot. All right, so let's meet the star of the show. It's an AI system called KOM, and it's basically designed to be the ultimate sidekick for doctors in the fight against knee osteoarthritis. CALM stands for Knee Osteoarthritis Manager. Now, you should think of it less as a single AI and more like a whole team of specialized AIs, each with its own specific job, all working together. The whole idea here isn't to kick the doctor out of the cockpit. No way. It's about giving them the absolute best dashboard, the best instruments to navigate the storm. Okay, so how does this AI dream team actually work? Let's kind of pop the hood here and see what's going on inside. It's really like an AI with 3 different brains, each with a different job. So first up, you've got the assessor. This is like the AI detective, the Sherlock Holmes of the group, right? It just pores over all the patient data, especially the x-rays, looking for clues. Then you have the predictor, which is kind of like a crystal ball. It takes all those clues and tries to forecast where the disease is headed. And then finally, you have the strategist. This is actually a whole team of AIs that pulls everything together to create a super personalized treatment plan for the patient. And we need to be clear about this assessor agent. When it comes to reading x-rays, it's not just kinda good at it. It is an absolute world-class expert. I mean, this AI wasn't trained to do a million different things. It was purpose-built for this one job. And you can see it right here in the numbers. Look at this. The COM assessor hit over 77% accuracy grading the x-rays. Now, to give you some perspective, a huge, powerful general AI like Gemini 2.0 Pro, it couldn't even get to 35%. That's what I mean. That specialization makes all the difference here. It's a total game changer. Okay, but doing well in a lab test is one thing. The real question is, how does this AI perform in the real world? Under the pressure of a busy clinic with actual patients? Well, the researchers wanted to know that too, so they set up the ultimate clinical showdown. So they basically created 3 teams for the test. In one corner, you've got doctors just doing what they've always done, using their experience. In another corner, you have the KOM-II, flying completely solo. And then in the third corner, you have the hybrid team, doctors plus the AI assistant. So the question is, who comes out on top? So who's your money on? The human expert, the powerful AI, or the collaborative team? Well, the results are fascinating, and they tell us a whole lot about where medicine is probably headed. First, let's look at the clock. The doctors working with COM, they were almost 40% faster at creating a treatment plan. And that's not just saving a few seconds here and there. In a packed clinic, that time is huge. That's time to see another patient, or maybe even better, time to spend actually talking to the patient you have. For efficiency, it's just a massive win. But, being fast is one thing. Are you actually right? Well, this is where it gets really amazing. When other experts checked their work, look at this. The Doctors Plus AI team got a 93% approval rate on their x-ray reads. That is so much higher than either the doctors alone or the AI alone. It's just a totally different level of accuracy. And then there's the overall quality of the treatment plan itself. And this is where that human touch really comes in. The AI on its own, it actually did really well, but the collaborative team was just that much better, especially when it came to things like personalization and safety. Because an AI can read the data, but only a human doctor can really understand the patient, their life, their goals, their concerns. And that's what makes a good plan a truly great one. So the big takeaway here is pretty simple, right? This was never about humans versus AI. It was about humans with AI. It's about a partnership where the two working together are way, way better than either one could ever be on its own. And you can see exactly why it works so well. The AI does all the heavy lifting. It crunches the data, analyzes the scans, calculates the risks. And that frees up the doctor to do the uniquely human stuff, talking to the patient, using their clinical judgment, and making that final call. It really is the perfect division of labor. So, what does all this mean for the future? I mean, if this works so well for knees, what does it say about the future of your doctor's office, your clinic, and your healthcare? Well, the people behind this project think this is just the tip of the iceberg. They see this as a blueprint, a model that could be used for all sorts of complex chronic diseases. Imagine your doctor having an AI co-pilot for heart disease or for Alzheimer's, a specialist assistant for every major challenge. So if AI can be this incredible assistant for knee pain, you have to ask, what's next? Hips? Hearts? Even our minds? I think the question isn't if AI is going to change medicine anymore, it's how we're going to build these partnerships. One thing feels certain, though. The future of healthcare is going to look very different. And for hundreds of millions of people, that could be a very, very good thing.